I'm responsible. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Death Sports Talk. I am your host, Favela, and with me, as always, is DJ E and Shaq. What's up, y'all?
What's going on? What's going on?
How's everybody doing? How's your weekend?
Long.
Shout out to Baby Chicken Nugget. It was her birthday. The big one.
It was.
The big one.
One. Just one.
I heard Atlanta was out there getting
it.
I was getting what?
throwed.
Throwed?
Yeah.
You were getting thrown? That's not okay.
From where?
Does Kayala hurt you? Blink twice.
I do have bruises.
Oh.
I just want to say that I don't know how I got.
Where?
You don't know how you got?
Yeah.
Blink twice. It was Kayala. Just because you blink like that, we ain't nobody helping you.
I was just gonna say, bro, you kind of lost me now.
Oh man. All right. Yeah. How was that birthday?
It was good.
Yeah?
It was cool. Everybody came out. You know, friends and family. Everybody that could be there.
Yeah. We couldn't
Shaq
be
was
there.
at drill. You guys were in San Diego, so.
I know.
Yeah.
How was drill, dude? Last one?
Yeah,
Last one.
Hey.
Free man.
Officially a veteran? Is that what it is?
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, it was.
You could tell we get married in a uniform.
It was lackluster. I hated it. But it was fine.
What do you guys do at drill?
Nothing.
Really?
I'm being completely honest with you.
Nice.
It's really, we really just get there and they'll be like, hey, we need to do these classes, we need to do this, we need to do that. So it's gonna be a busy weekend. We'll probably do 2 classes in one day, right?
Yeah.
We'll have lunch around like 11:30. We come back around 1, and then we literally do nothing for the rest of the day.
Nice.
We'll all just sit in classrooms.
On our phone.
On our phones. People bring our switches, you know.
Dang, that's smart.
So if the American public wants to know where your tax dollars are going.
Well, now you can say.
We ain't doing nothing. But this last time we went to go shoot. So
Oh,
I
nice.
qualified one more time, you know. And then, yeah, I was out.
So even though, like, you're leaving, they're like, no, you still got to do this?
Yeah, like, it was
That's
stupid.
dumb.
Damn. Well, good thing you're done, dude.
Yeah, man.
Officially a free man.
Yeah, hopefully.
As long as nothing happens.
As long as nobody decides to do anything stupid.
That coronavirus is gonna bring
I know.
It's going to keep me out of commission. I'm like, hey, y'all trying to bring me back. I got corona. So
Man, I was looking forward to it too. That's so unfortunate.
I know.
Dang
Walk
it.
in there.
Like, yeah, Shaq, reporting for duty. Like, sir, could
Sorry.
you please just go home?
This weekend I was hanging with my friends from China and Italy, and they went a little crazy.
Right.
All right. Yeah, that sounds fun.
It's terrible. Yeah, I mean,
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Sometimes you got to do what you don't want to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That 100% makes sense. Well, we did something we did want to do.
was that?
We went to San Diego this weekend.
Hey,
Okay,
shout out to San Diego.
yeah.
Shout out to San Diego.
Shout out San
The
Diego.
Loyals.
Shout out to
Let me show off
let's
my-
not
I'm gonna
flash.
show off my shirt.
Let's not flash the
That's not even
opposing
the right
team that we
What
weren't
you doing?
supposed to get.
Shout out to free shirts.
This is awkward. It's free shirt.
It has our name on it.
Yeah, it does. It
Look,
says
we're
Lights
number
FC.
one. Number one on the list.
We're the first ones.
First
Shout out to the
one.
lights.
Shout out to the Lights getting
When
that
did
one
lose on the
point.
road?
That's
When do we play them
right.
again?
In August.
Is that here? Is that the home?
Yeah, that one's gonna be home.
For sure.
Yeah.
So,
Is
so on
this
the team
game
right here,
with
they're the
me?
same conference?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're the
yeah,
same division.
maybe.
Let's see, where is it?
Yeah, home
That's
schedule.
home schedule. Yeah, so they don't have the away ones on here.
Lame. They play Cholos at Tijuana. That's gonna be a cool game.
That's cool.
Yeah, that one's gonna be fun. Yeah, we went to go watch the season opener for the Lights versus the newest team in the USL, which is the Loyals. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we got.
An
Stadium
amazing
looked really
facility.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stadium
Yeah,
did look nice.
they got some nice facilities.
Some Landon Donovan money.
Yeah, it was some Torero money. That's what it
some
is.
free-
The
they
USD.
had the money before Landon. showed
Yeah,
up.
they're like Landon. Yeah, well, you can get. Well, I mean, he could pay the rent there.
Yeah.
Shit. So
He's
I
still
guess
balling,
it's true.
maybe.
Yeah.
Is he still playing over there in Mexico? Or did he?
I think
No,
he's
he
done,
because he was
completely.
last time he was playing indoor soccer in San Diego.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so,
'Cause
yeah.
I knew he was like signed to like, what is it, like Leon?
Yeah. So he played in Mexico. He's the one that talked the biggest smack about Mexico. Then he played in Mexico, and then it was like another like slap in the face. But I mean, Leon wasn't gonna say no to Landon Donovan,
Right,
so
yeah.
he played. And I don't know, it's just all politics really. But yeah, I mean, they showed up. They got amazing. I mean, shout out to the Loyals. They got an amazing facility. They were super nice to us. The crowd showed out. It was what, 6,000 plus?
Yeah, I think they said it was like
Nice.
6,100.
Yeah, sold
what's
out
up.
crowd. So they were good. We had our little section where Lucy Fuerza and Electro Company showed out.
They were loud the whole game too.
Yeah, they were. You could hear them.
We went to the other side of the field, when,
Yep.
like when the lights switched. So we were on the side where they were shooting at both halves.
Yeah.
and on the cross the field, you could still hear them the whole,
Damn.
like the
Nice.
instruments and the chant. So they were like
Yeah.
going the whole
Damn.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, they definitely showed up, and finally Lucy Fuerza and Electric Company got together, and they finally chanted together the same chant. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
It didn't take any time for the lights get on the board. Junior
Burgos.
Vargas, yeah, Junior Vargas was the one who scored the goal. It was an amazing goal from way outside the box. I remember we were over on the side, and the goalie shot he did the kickoff, and he kicked off the ball, and then one of our midfielders passed it over to Junior, and Junior just literally set it up and shot it. Like easily, over 30 yards away.
Yeah, he was like
was
probably midway
far.
between the top of the box and like the midway line.
And he just shot it, boom, went right inside the top corner. I didn't even expect it. I was literally setting up my phone, and then out of nowhere, we're like, whoa, boom, boom, goal.
Yeah.
And everybody goes quiet.
I wonder if he was like, fuck it, because sometimes you're like, I'm just gonna shoot this shit.
Yeah,
see what
100%.
happens.
Well, from the
Or if
beginning.
he,
Yeah,
like, thought
literally
about
like
it.
the first, like, so they blew the whistle, like, you know, they kick it to whoever was right there next to him. He dribbled it like a couple times and just shot it, and then
Right from the beginning.
goalie got it, threw it back out. Next possession, they got it again. He
Oh,
dribbled a little
shit.
bit, and boom, shot it in the same spot, and this time it went in.
Yeah.
And then the goalie was pissed.
Yeah.
Like, he was super
He's
mad.
like, what the? Like, was nobody? He was just
Yeah.
wide. Yeah,
All
like,
right, was nobody
There was
Nobody was
nobody
close
near
to him.
him at all.
Like,
they
within
was all
5
trying to
yards,
figure out
nobody
what
was near
going
him.
on, and he
playing
just-
any type of
and-
defense?
Yeah. So then after that, the Loyals defense got a lot tighter. I think they brought a man back, and then they kind of figured it out a little. The Loyals then got on the board afterwards. The Lights scored in the first 4 minutes. The Loyals scored like
18 or something.
Yeah,
like
like probably like 10 minutes later. And then after that, it just came back and forth. But the Lights definitely looked a lot better than the Loyals.
And the only reason that the lights gave up a goal is because there was it was like a corner kick or something, and two Lights players jumped up to like head it, and they like headbutted each other, and
So then two of our defenders were on the
on the
ground.
ground, like in front of the goal, and then like Lights players like stopped, like yo, like
Hold
our
on.
guys
Yeah.
are here, and then the ref didn't call nothing. So
Wow.
dude from San Diego passed the ball to somebody who had like a wide open shot, and the goalie was like more worried about his players.
And then
Yeah,
he
so-
leaned back. When he
yeah.
leaned back, it was an open
it was
net.
too late.
Yeah.
Damn.
But other than that, like there was maybe one other shot that was like
Yeah.
really had to like make a good save.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it was just ball
Lights
got
look
close and they
good.
shot it out, or
Yeah.
ball got close and defense took over and kicked it away. So
Yeah.
I mean,
They look really good. They look
what's up.
really good.
That's
Yeah.
good to hear.
It's exciting. It's exciting. Yeah. But yeah, San Diego was fun. We got there early. If you guys checked it out, a lot of our videos showed up on the Lights Instagram page. They shared a lot of our stuff.
and by a lot you mean all of our videos.
All of our. So it was cool. We got to like every other time we get on the field, talk to the players, talk to the opposing players. It was just a buzz. Everybody was happy. I think that 1-1 draw was pretty nice for the night to end because they didn't lose, we didn't lose. Of course, the Loyals fans wanted to win, but they obviously saw what was happening on the field. They were like, no, we're not.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get close right now. But yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think the craziest part was like, if you've ever been to our Lights games, like the fans control the confetti and the
Oh, yeah,
smoke.
yeah.
And, like they had somebody there, like a pyro guy, like in charge of like setting off the smoke cannons. And
Yeah, that dude
all
had
that kind of
literally,
stuff.
you know
Yeah.
how they do the, and
Yeah.
then no, that
It was
dude had
set
like,
up like
cannons
fireworks
with
set up,
like,
yeah.
like a bunch of like other colors set up.
Real
And
professional.
yeah, and
Yeah.
he just said like, they spent a lot of money. Like they spent a lot of money on a lot of things.
And they had the
That'd be a
big
cool
banner
job.
that goes from like the bottom of the section to the top of the section that they unrolled and had the
Yeah, so they had the
wow.
giant one. They say,
it was the what they call the locals.
yeah, they're called the Locals with the
that's
dog
their,
logo.
That's their like
Supporter group.
yeah.
Yeah, it's called the Locals. So it was cool. It was cool. Shout out to them. They're definitely doing it big. They're doing a lot of things. They got some really good players out there. You got Landon Donovan. Who doesn't want to get
Who
coached by
doesn't-
them?
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was cool. It was a lot of fun. We went all over the place. We were all over that stadium.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we got there super early and kind of just walked around everything and
yeah, they're definitely unorganized because it's their first game.
Right.
Yeah.
Like oh yeah, come to the media table. All right, media table's not set up yet. Okay, cool. We're waiting for the setup. All right, cool, it's set up. All right, come get your credentials. All right, you're on
Just
the
kidding,
list.
we don't have them.
There's no credentials. We're like, what do you want us to do?
So-
She's like, I'll check you guys in, but I don't have the passes for you yet. So you're gonna have to stand around and wait for a few minutes. So we're like, All right.
And I had to go pee.
Of course.
So then I walk inside and I'm like, hey, I'm checked in. You guys just don't have credentials yet. And then I got to go in though. And then the security guard goes like, oh, I can't let you in. I'm like, no, man. Like, I'm not trying to sneak in. Like, you could check the list. I'm on the list. I just really got to go pee. Let me just go in the bathroom. I'll come right out. You can follow me if you want. Like, no big deal. And then one of the loyal staff member, this older white guy, comes out and goes, I don't care who you are. You're not coming in. I was like, what the? And I was just like, you understand that it's your fault while I'm waiting out here? Right. I'm like, it's your fault. And I just went off. I was just like, bro, it's your fault. I did my part. I've been waiting, but I got to pee. You got a bathroom outside? No, I got to come inside. I'm checked in. I'm on the list. And I went,
you don't even have the credentials ready to get in.
I said, yeah, that's what I told him. I was like, I did my part. It's your fault. And then I just came around and the lady who had checked us in originally, she was coming in to grab the credentials. And then I came in and then she's like, oh, okay. She goes, oh, no, let him in. He's okay. So I was like, and then she just walked me, and then she's like I had my phone on and everything. They had a little metal detector, and it buzzed and everything. Just let me right in. Yeah. But it was just, you could tell it was just unorganized that way, you know? Yeah. People were waiting outside. They were selling tickets outside. There was no internet access, and it was just a hot mess. Yeah. But
they got everybody in for game time, so.
Okay.
Yeah. The original game time was at 7, and they were gonna open the gates at 6:30.
What?
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what? So
For
then
your
they changed
first game?
Yeah. So then they changed it to 5:30, and then people just started crowding up. So they're like, all right, we're just gonna open the gates now,
Yeah.
and they just opened the gates like at 5:00. I was like, wow,
They should have done like a whole pre-game.
Yeah.
Well, they were supposed to have some kind of like fan party.
Yeah.
Said it started at 3. We got there like 3:30.
Yeah, we got there at 3:30, and it wasn't going on yet.
Yikes.
We're like, oh, well, we're waiting. Let's go check this out and see what's going on. And we like walking down this path, and like we see where it's supposed to be, and they're still setting up like tables and like the security things. So we're like, yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, we got there at 3:30. There was literally nobody there. There was only like people setting up.
Yeah.
So then we literally walked right in and walked right out.
Yeah, there was like a gate open. Like we were just wearing black jackets, so we like walked right in to go to the bathroom.
Walked right in, walked right out with no problem. But then when we came back to get credentials, like, oh no, you can't get in. I was like, bro, I just came in.
Like little do you know, we were over there.
Yeah.
I was already here.
Yeah, like I've been here before. But yeah, it was cool though. The game itself, we looked good. The guys looked good. The lights players were super nice. Everybody said hi, and it was a lot of fun. It was definitely cool. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Hopefully we can probably do more of these, with the local teams and go out there and check them out, because they don't really, the media doesn't travel with them.
Yeah.
Right. So to have somebody who represents you guys, everybody's out here trying to, talk to Landon Donovan. What do you think? Like, he's like 5'4", and he's got all the media members around him, and he's got like 17 cameras and 3 microphones. So here comes Eric Winalda, and nobody's talking to him. So I'm like, hey, coach, how'd it go? Blah, blah.
Right.
Talk to him a little. It's like, just feel that support. Like, hey, we're out here trying to show you love.
Does Harry travel with the team? No, Harry stays here.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So the footage that they get to post,
it's from the other team.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then obviously it was aired on ESPN News.
Right.
So then you get that.
Yeah, which that's kind of weird to me. Is
yeah.
It's on ESPN News.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a USL game. You're not gonna put in ESPN 2.
Why not?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I don't think the U.S. is ready for that.
Yeah, let the MLS get popular and MLS catch on. On ESPN, and which I'm sure it does. Like El Tráfico, which is LAFC versus Galaxy. I'm sure that one, if they put it on ESPN, like that one will have a lot of views. But like if you put like, I don't know, Montreal versus like the Sounders, it's like, well,
I think like during like peak season, if there's nothing else going on, you'll find MLS soccer games on ESPN.
Yeah. I hope, dude. I hope, because it's a lot of fun. And the next step for the what I really see is that the next step for both clubs, the Lights and the Loyals, is to become an MLS team.
Yeah.
That's the next step.
Right.
That's what they're both shooting for. Because at the end of the day, when you have an investment, you want it to be the best.
Right.
You want to keep growing, keep producing.
And they're going different routes, because the Loyals are doing it the route where they're investing the money. They got Stone Brewery, which is one of the biggest breweries, if not the biggest brewery in San Diego. So it's a local brewery, and then they got all these different like sponsorships. It was crazy the amount of sponsors they had. Like they had all kinds of sponsors. They had a little plaza area where they had like a pregame thing where they had like games and all these stuff. Like there was easily over like 40 different vendors.
Oh shit!
Down.
Yeah, it was huge. It was huge, and they're all sponsors. Like it was like San Diego Credit Union. It's like all these different big sponsors, other breweries, like other like food places. Like it was crazy. It was so big. It even spilled onto the other side on how many sponsors they had.
Down.
It was crazy that you could literally tell the investment that they put in.
Down.
It was insane. It was a cool experience.
How do we become a MLS team? Like, is it like, have you ever seen like that Will Ferrell movie? I can't think of the name, but when they were playing basketball,
The Will Ferrell
We're
movie.
talking about semi-pro.
Semi-pro.
Oh yeah.
So
So that first you have to open an expansion, just like in the movie. They have to open an expansion.
Right.
So they did that. Was it last year?
Yeah.
Last year they opened the expansion. I think Nashville got in. I forget. There was another two teams.
I think it was St. Louis.
Yeah, St. Louis. Like other teams got in,
Right.
and we were in the bid for it. We had to make sure. So all the things have to line up. The MLS has to request it. The city has to be able to sponsor it. You have to have the money, and you have to have the team.
okay.
All things have to line up. So it's crazy because like you can be whatever team. Like you can be, for all they care, like in Mexico. In Mexico, college teams are in the pros. But it's because that college team had the funding, had the team, and they had the league requiring it.
Right.
So let's say UNLV wanted to go in the MLS, just hypothetically, which will never happen in the States. But as long as UNLV gets this millionaire, let's say MGM Resorts go, I'm willing to put money in UNLV. I'll build them a stadium and I'll fund all their finances. But I want them in the MLS. MLS says, okay, can you provide 10,000 plus stadium? Yeah, I can provide that. Can you provide the team 18 plus? Yeah, they're all 18 and over. Cool. Can you fund their licensing, all their agreements, all the things? Yeah, you can do that. Okay, so we're gonna vote and see if this is a place where we want to put an MLS team. So it really could be any team.
Oh, okay, got you.
But you got to have the funding, you got to have the team, you got to have the location. So the Lights had that.
Yeah.
The Lights had everything, but we just weren't picked.
Got you.
You know what I mean? MLS just didn't pick here. So then they're hoping that next time around,
Right.
we are considered.
Got you.
So, which could happen. It really could. You just
I
need
really
the
thought
money.
we were gonna get.
Yeah,
an MLS
that
team
was
this
the
last
buzz that was
time
going around.
Yeah.
Everybody was excited for it. Everybody thought that we were going to do it. But again, it didn't catch on. And you need, the Aces came around because MGM Resorts
That's true.
Yeah.
put that money in.
Yeah.
And we've seen the investment. You know, it's insane. I mean, when you get players like Asia Wilson, Liz Cambage, Kayla McBride, these are expensive players.
Right.
Even though you're capping them off, but you're capping them off.
Right.
At the max.
Almost every single one of them. And then you're offering them deals and you're offering this, offering that. So you need money like that to come around. And like Nashville had, I think, like one of the biggest franchises in the state funded in as long as they named the stadium after them. So then you're like, okay, yeah, it's a give or take. So it's just that it's all politics. That's all it is.
Yeah. Okay, got you.
And money.
And money. Yeah. You got to have it all. And San Diego has it. San Diego has it. San Diego has the money. San Diego's buttload rich.
Yeah.
I mean, we're between a bunch of people. Like I was in my little Mitsubishi, and there was Mercedes, BMWs, Lexus all around us.
Yeah.
Like, and that was just our regular public area. You know what I mean?
What
Like we made it. We made a joke because there was a car parked in the red set, like in the red. It was like no parking zone.
Yeah.
And it was a Nissan. It was like a black Nissan Altima.
Something. Yeah, it was.
And then they were getting a ticket, right? And then we're like, dang, that's probably that sucks. You know, they probably just went inside and they're gonna come back outside, but the cops just caught him right there. Yeah. And then I'm like, just watch as like Landon Donovan's like car, and then him and my brother are like, hell no, Landon Donovan ain't rolling around no Nissan Altima.
Yeah.
But they got money that way, and the way I see it is San Diego has a one up on us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ten-
I mean, yeah, because
Like we got to show out 10,000 plus this weekend. We got to attend continuously. We can't have these phony, little like gimmicks of like trying to get people in the door. We got to have an actual club that's going to be successful and is going to try to win.
Yeah.
So if you combo it all together and we have a good team and we got good promos, then yeah, I see it happening. But if we got good promos but not a good team,
Right.
yeah,
then the MLS might be like, yo, okay,
we're gonna go with San Diego.
yeah. And San
Or
Diego
somewhere
again,
else.
the name Landon Donovan.
Right.
Which is
That's true.
what the Lights try to do with Eric Winalda, because Eric Winalda is a well-known U.S. soccer, nationalist and played in the MLS, played overseas. Like he's well known. I mean, he's the guy who recorded the first goal in the MLS. So he's well known in the league. So, you know, it was just one of those things like you want to play for Eric Winalda.
Yeah.
So when these things happen that way, then it's just crazy how, you know, here comes San Diego brand new and they got Landon Donovan. It's like, damn, like
stole the thunder.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. That's exactly what it was. But like I said, it was a lot of fun. I definitely, you know, we're not going to be back this season unless we do any playoffs against them, and then they obviously have the upper hand and play at home. But next season, or if we do play them in the playoffs, I do recommend people to go. I mean, San Diego's fun itself, and then just go for a game would be even funner.
Yeah.
So
That's what's up.
yeah, it was cool. It was cool. They went to Barrio Logan afterwards.
That's
That was
dope.
Yeah, so we went there. That was cool. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I had fun. Watched my
That's cool.
family.
It looked like a lot of fun. You guys are drinking all the beers,
Yeah,
all the cool beers.
all the little
Jealous.
bougie beers.
Just
The
like that.
the $9 beers.
$9.
Yeah, $9 micheladas. Yeah, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. Now back to different news. Our friend Taylor, she debuted her professional. She had her professional debut in the Phoenix Rising series with Invicta. Didn't get the results she wanted, but she went deep in the actual series, considering that you had to fight 1, 2, 3, 4 different people. Three different people at different points. What's up with that, Dylan?
Yeah, so she had been away for almost 9 years due to injuries, lack of being able to find opponents. She had her son, so she spent a lot of time with him. So she was away from, you know, just MMA for a while.
Right.
And like she said it in multiple interviews, just one day just cleaning things up, found some old mitts and asked her husband AJ to hold for her, just, you know, just reminiscing and see if I still got it type stuff. And
she definitely had it.
Yeah, just, you know, they both realized that, you know, it was a fun thing to do for just them, and then, you know, started to look more further into like seeing how, you know, how quickly she can get back into it.
Right.
She'd spent some time in the gym then, just, you know, because AJ's brother fights also.
Right.
So just being around, like the whole family's in the gym, just working out just to work out. And then started taking it a little more seriously, and then barely only been, I think not even a year full-time training.
Yeah.
And then, just like I said, just had opponents fall off, whether it was due to their injury, her injury, people just finding out about her and not wanting to fight her, because she was at one point she was the number one 145-pound amateur in the world, in the country.
In the world.
Yeah, I don't know about.
I mean,
that
probably
much,
is, considering, you know, how good MMA is in the States.
Yeah. So she had some time away. Finally got back into it. Finally got this opportunity to fight, you know, with Invicta, and you know, I'm sure nobody would have imagined for her pro debut to be involved in a one-night 3-round tournament.
Right.
But, you know, never wanted to back down from a challenge. She took it, found her opportunity. It was crazy because I think they found out the day of weigh-ins, literally the day before, like who they were gonna fight, and it was totally random draw. They had everybody's names in a box, and the Invicta president.
When it came out, I looked up the girl that she was fighting. That white girl that she fought the first time. Mm-hmm. I looked her up. Yeah, she only had one win.
Yeah, everybody had pro experience, whether it was 1 fight or I think the most was 4, maybe, if that. But the whole point of it was that they said this Phoenix series is to get people who are early in their careers to help boost them in terms of, you know, eyes on them. Mm-hmm. Right. So everybody in there was either, like I said, less than 4 fights, but they all had some type of pro experience. So night of weigh-ins, everybody checks their weight, everybody's good to go. They drew out of a box. The Invicta president, Shannon Knapp, drew out of a box and names who they're gonna fight. Cool. Now you know everybody made weight, so there was no issues there.
Right.
And then show up the next day, and you know who you're fighting the first time, and then you just gotta wait and see what happens. And like I said last week, anybody who finished would get first pick of who they wanted to fight, but unfortunately nobody did, because it was a 1-round, 5-minute fight essentially. They're basically just exhibition matches. Yeah. Like they didn't go down on their pro records or nothing like that. But she won her first fight. Was a little hesitant at first, but got into the groove of things. Ended up winning the decision. Shortly after that, after the fourth quarterfinal fight, they did the same thing. Since nobody finished their opponent, they did the random draw again. same thing, drew out of a box. And
So she went the full distance almost all the fights.
all the fights, yeah. So in all, she for her first night back as a
She did
MMA
what,
fighter,
3,
she
4,
fought
5?
5 rounds, yeah. 5-minute rounds, which I mean that alone is
It's tough enough.
That's
Yeah.
champion.
pretty tough.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So the first round she won pretty dominantly. Second round was a little bit closer.
That's in the final.
No, I'm talking about the semifinals.
Oh, okay.
Second match was a little bit closer. And honestly could have gone either way, but I mean, I feel like she definitely did more damage. She landed harder and more consistently.
Right.
And then third round in the finals was a full fight, 3 5-minute rounds.
Yeah.
And then she fought Tanisha Tennant, who was 2-0 at the time.
Oh dang.
So she lost. She lost unanimous decision.
Because of the distance.
Essentially, yeah. Her opponent was only like an inch or two taller, but she had like a 4 or 5 inch reach advantage.
Yeah.
So she used it very well. She spent a lot of time trying to chase her down.
I feel like this is also a really good learning process for her.
Absolutely.
Because, I feel if she would have taken her to the ground, then she would have had an advantage. I
Yeah.
feel like she's definitely more.
I was about to ask that. So is she more of like a wrestler than?
Well, see, that's the funny thing is
She only.
wasn't always.
Yeah.
So when she first, like during amateur, she was always more of a striker because, like she said when she came on our show, like she has boxing in her blood,
is-
basically.
yeah.
So I think it was her grandpa or uncle was a boxer. So she
And she
started
would
with
mimic
boxing.
Tyson and fail.
Yeah, so
That's
she'd
that,
be-
quote her
that's-
dad.
Yeah, that is a quote, yeah. So she was always like more of a striker, but then after taking time away, and like I said, her husband AJ was a
wrestler.
collegiate
wrestler.
wrestler at Duke.
At Duke,
And
bro.
he was an amazing wrestler in high school as well. So she
Did his
kinda
brother
worked with
wrestle?
him. I believe so.
Yeah.
They both
At
wrestled
Duke?
in high school. He didn't wrestle at Duke.
Oh,
no.
okay.
But so AJ was working at Extreme Couture with wrestling, so definitely helped her work on her wrestling. So now that she was in here, they kept talking about how
Right.
Taylor the wrestler,
Got
and it was just, like I said, it was just funny to me because 9 years ago she was always the
was-
boxer, always
right.
a striker.
Right.
And
What was
now
her
they're
maiden
referring
name?
to her, Stratford.
Yeah, so Taylor Stratford was a striker.
Right. So,
Yeah.
now, so if you ever want to look up how crazy good she was when she was an amateur, look up Taylor Stratford, Tough Enough Fights.
Yeah.
She was out here just punching people in the face. And
I watched that Ronda Rousey fight. That was
Yeah.
bullshit.
yeah, she was
No.
one of the first people to like put hands on Ronda.
You don't like Ronda?
I just feel like she copped out easy. You know
Oh,
what I'm
of
saying?
course,
She
yeah.
got her head kicked in, and then she ran to the WWE. Like it's fine.
She
like,
got her paycheck. And
Hey, yeah,
Right,
for
yeah, that's
sure.
true. She did her thing.
And
so
she
I
made a
can
couple
be too mad.
movies. Shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
on top.
So
but-
during that fight, like she kept trying to grab her and trying to take her down, but because of her length, she kept just
Pushing her off.
backpedaling and jabbing, and
Yeah.
not to say she was running, but she was
just
moving backwards a lot.
right.
So it was really tough for Taylor to get in and commit to combos to get to close the distance and get hands on her.
Right.
Because she just kept backpedaling, throwing 1 or 2 jabs to keep her off her essentially.
I mean, it's her technique,
Yeah, so I mean, she definitely had a smart game plan, knowing
yeah.
and seeing previous fights where Taylor was able to grab one of her opponents and take them down pretty easily.
Hey, good for her. Shit.
Yeah, so she played the game
Yeah.
perfectly.
To her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
To her
So
game
played the
plan.
game perfectly. She threw a couple leg kicks out there and
She did the
Those
Mayweather
kids be
stance.
doing
essentially,
damage, though.
yeah. So I mean, realistically, if she would have fought any other person in the tournament in the finals,
Right.
she most likely would have won.
Right.
But it is what it is. Luck of the draw.
Yeah.
It went to
she-
decision, so she
yeah.
didn't get taken down. She didn't get knocked
She
down.
didn't, like I said,
Right.
she didn't get beat up.
Right.
She just got outpointed for the most part.
And it's a good learning lesson. I mean, it's your pro debut. I get it. You want to win them all, but I mean, obviously, I wouldn't say it to her face, but I'm like, no, you can only get better after this.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's what she said. She said, it was a learning experience. You win or you learn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you go back and you hit the gym and you don't work on the things that let you down,
Right.
then you lose.
Right.
But as long as you know what you got to do, you better yourself, then it's a learning experience.
Yeah.
So I mean, and another positive that comes out of it is now she's technically 0-1 as a professional.
So then people are more
gonna
willing.
look her up. Yeah, they're gonna see, oh, she's 0-1. Like, I'll take that fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As opposed to being 9-1,
Yeah.
trying to look for a debut, and you're like, oh damn, she was
So
9-1.
she's
I don't want that
26-1, and then
You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely gonna be all uphill from here.
right.
You know what I'm saying? She can take this as far as she wants to take it.
Right.
For being out of the game for 9 years.
She did pretty
and to make it to
freaking
the
good.
finals,
And to make it to the finals, yeah. And like the commentators, Megan Anderson and Jimmy Smith Jr., who have been around the fight game. Megan actually fights in the UFC at 145.
Oh, dang.
So, I mean, if you go back and watch the videos, they had nothing but praise for her being able to step away for so long and just jump right back into it with, you know, not missing a step.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was... Like, if you didn't know she'd been gone, you wouldn't know.
I think one of the Tough Enough post, because they posted all the fighters and they did a little bio on them.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of them said the natural for her, like how she just naturally was able to do these things. Like it was just, she just looked so natural.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dang, that's crazy how they've already studied her this much. You know, obviously they do their homework. They figure out who's best fit for these series and stuff. And I feel like when it came to Taylor, they kind of said, okay, well, we'll give her a chance. It's been a while. You know, we know she was really good, but is she still that good? And I think she definitely proved it. You know, she definitely proved it.
She has a relationship with Invicta already. She was supposed to...
Oh, right. She was going to make her
She was
debut
supposed
there.
to make a debut with them, you know, like 4 or 5 years ago,
Right.
and then got hurt, and then the baby came, and then so she took a time away. Then there was another one where
This
she was
baby
supposed to
better
step
be
in,
like
and
some child that was like a protege, because he
probably is. He's so cute.
I know he's really
so
cute. See them curls?
She finally got in. And, I mean, went to work, and like being out of Extreme Couture,
Right.
with there's so many guys that have come out of there that are top level wrestlers, strikers. Like, I mean, if you're in Vegas and you want to get into it, like that's like
workout.
where
I mean,
you
that's a
wanna be.
pro gym right there.
Yeah, that's where, I mean, it's,
And it's like, if any fighter that like stops in Vegas or they're in here, they go
They
there.
go there.
they
yeah.
go there
Yeah.
and, you know, get some work in. 'Cause
I've been there before, you know.
Oh, you have?
No, I haven't.
I was like, damn, you fight.
Yeah, I went there one time because I was lost and had to ask for directions.
Yeah.
And I was the only building.
They ordered-
the bathroom.
They order Uber Eats and I went in.
But yeah, it's a great gym. I mean, it definitely shows like you put the work in, and
Right.
they're gonna kick your ass in the gym every single day, male or female. Like you show up, you put the work, you're gonna see the results. And I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to be biased or anything, but she definitely,
Yeah, she fights with the best.
Yeah, she's in there with, you know, champions. She's
Right.
with, you know, top level men and women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like MMA is one of the few sports where like you don't compete necessarily against the opposite gender, but you still are in there training with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like you're getting beat up by, you know, men who are, you know, fighting at 170, 180.
Right.
So when you have a 130-pound woman on top of you, like
Right.
it's not as, I mean, it's still a challenge because she's still a
Right.
pro fighter, but
Right.
you know, you've dealt through worse in practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes you tougher in practice going into the
Definitely.
fights. You know what I mean? So,
And if you guys go back to our episode with when we talked to her, she said that when she first got into the gym, she met her husband AJ because nobody would wrestle them.
Yeah.
Because him and his brother, because they were so good. I mean, he's wrestled in Duke, so then nobody would like actually go up there and he'd say, "Fuck it, I don't care." And she just went up there and was like, "All right, let's do it." Like I don't know her for a long time, but every time I talk to her, it seems like, yeah, I'll do it. Like I don't care, I'll go for it. So
like I said, she's never one to back down for a challenge. She's definitely one of those people that you tell me, oh, well, you'll never be able to do that.
Bet.
And that's her one goal now, is to show you that I'm going to do this.
Right.
And I'm going to be better than you think I'm going to be at it.
right,
You know what I'm saying? So she's definitely one of the hardest workers in the gym.
definitely. So when you go to a gym like that, that's already challenging itself, and you try to challenge almost everybody, I mean, the result you're going to get is that you're going to get injured,
Right.
which she has, but you're going to have, you know, nothing's going to phase you
Yeah,
after.
you're
Right.
going to come out of it on the other side, like,
A lot stronger.
whatever you see in actual fight,
Right.
you've seen
You
10
already
times
seen it.
worse in
Right.
practice.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you've seen bigger people doing it to you in
Right.
practice, stronger people,
Right.
better people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You get that experience, you know,
Yeah,
jumpstart
100%.
your experience. You know, a lot of people have to go through lower level gyms, and you're the top guy in your lower gym.
Right.
Meet up somebody from the lowest level in the higher gyms, and you just get ran through.
Definitely.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So she basically threw herself into the deep end off
then-
jump.
And then start to swim.
Exactly, yeah. Sink or
Yeah.
swim, and she's definitely, you know, swimming with...
She's swimming.
Swimming with the sharks.
She's braver than me.
Yeah, that is true too. If you see some of the people that she grapples with, you know, got jiu-jitsu champions, wrestling champions,
Yeah, 100%.
kickboxing champions, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And she definitely more than held her own after not being around for
Yeah.
and only training full time for less than a year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's definitely, I mean, not saying the other girl should be ashamed, but she definitely put them on notice and
Right.
stepped up her game. And
Yeah. And she's very respectful, after every fight, shakes hands, says thank you, blah, blah, part the way it should be. But
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited. This is only the beginning.
I was just gonna say she's only up from here, just like y'all said.
Yeah, it's only the beginning, and I'm excited. And hopefully, we'll have her back again. Kind of talk about I want to get her back in so we can talk about the experience of that.
Yeah, see her side of things.
Yeah.
Because as a fan, you see it, you're like, oh, cool. She's up on, she's doing her walk up, or it's weigh-in, then walking up, then she's fighting. But there's so much that goes behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I want to get to know, like, hey, how was it? Leaving your kid.
Leaving your family, leaving
and
your friends,
your husband /
comfortability.
coach.
Yeah, it's like, oh, like I gotta go to Kansas City, Kansas, and make sure that she takes care of business. I can't imagine how it is to leave like that. So
Yeah.
that'd
Exactly,
be cool.
and everything, the mental side of it,
Yeah.
all the stuff you don't see, like
Especially
trying to
that
cut weight.
in the series version, like you don't know who you're gonna fight. I know
Right.
she's gonna say like, oh, I don't really care.
Yeah, which she did.
But yeah, what she did in the interview,
the night of after she won the
the
second
semifinal,
semifinals,
yeah,
Megan asked her after the fight, she's like, "Oh, who do you hope to win?" I don't care.
yeah.
And then she was sitting there waiting for them to elaborate, and they were like, she just looked at him like,
She looked like an XFL reporter.
yeah, like just looking at him. She's like, "No, I don't care." And they're
Yeah.
like, okay,
I said
okay,
what I
well,
But I mean, how dumb would you look? Oh no, I'd prefer to fight her because it's like,
Right,
I don't care.
It's one of those
Because
questions.
then, like, if you say, like, oh, I'd rather fight her, she seems like she would be easier, and then she comes out, she beats your fucking ass.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
like a
like,
dumbass.
yeah. You're like,
Exactly.
yeah, I should have never said that.
Damn.
right.
So, but either way, that's Taylor's attitude. She just goes, I don't care, just bring him out, and
Let's
Yeah,
do
it
it.
doesn't matter who's in front of me. We're gonna try and get the job done,
Yeah.
regardless of what the situation
Shout out
is.
Taylor,
So.
yeah,
Yeah.
shout out
Yeah,
to
she
proud
Taylor.
of
definitely
you.
got a lot of love from professional
Yeah, for
fighters,
sure.
from people in attendance, from watching. There's like an outpouring of love on all the
Yeah.
Invicta Instagram posts that feature her, Twitter.
100%.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
so everybody's seeing the results basically of what you can do when
Right.
you set your mind that you're gonna get it done, and she did.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I'm most happy and proud of is the fact that she's out there now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's out. Like, there's no like, you can't come back from this.
Right,
Like before, she wasn't a pro, so it's like, all right, I'm gonna take some time off.
right.
But now you're a pro.
The wheels are in motion.
Like now people are
gotta
gonna
keep it pushing.
you're in the radar. Now people are like, okay, what's next? The next Invicta fight, the next, wherever she goes, whatever it's gonna be, like there's gonna be another pro fight after
Right.
this, And people know what she's about. She made it to the finals. She didn't go far, but I'm sure she's gonna work on it to not get beat like this again.
Right.
So I'm excited. I'm excited.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully we can get her back on, and I'm excited to see what goes on with her and what happens.
Yeah, and if you want to check out the fights, it should be on UFC Fight Pass.
Right.
They usually have all the replays of previous events on there, stuff like that. So you can definitely check it out on there. Show some love. Follow her on Instagram and Twitter at Taylor Guardado. I'm sure she would love to hear from you.
Yeah.
We're proud of you. I hope you know that.
Yeah. We're really, really happy for you.
I look forward to meeting you. I know I'm the only one who hasn't met you yet. But I look
Oh, that's
forward to
true.
it.
Sucker.
Yeah. Missing out, bro.
It happens.
But yeah. What else do we have? NBA?
Yeah.
We could talk a little NBA.
What's going on in the world of basketball?
I
I watched the Looney Tunes.
we can talk about the standards real
What?
quick.
I watched the Looney Tunes.
Wait, I just want to shout out my team, the Los Angeles Lakers, for beating the Bucks and the Clippers in the past week. Haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna
Huh?
hate. Ain't is gonna ain't.
They hate us because they ain't us.
They hate us because
Literally.
I'm glad I'm not.
they hate us because our anus. What?
Anyways,
The Los Angeles Lakers.
All right.
Did you guys see the ladies that were selling the shirts outside of the Kobe Memorial?
Nah.
Ah, they were selling flowers, shirts, a gang of stuff, hot dogs.
I don't.
Damn.
I don't
Yeah.
There's
That's
the hot dog vendors after any event in Staples Center.
Savage.
There's like 20 of them.
I
like,
love
you
it,
turn,
man.
You turn any like 12 feet, any
Yeah.
10 feet, and they're right there with their little.
I literally go, how much is a hot dog? $5 with chips. I'm like, no. How much is a hot dog? $4. No, it's just like
Right.
$3, $2.
By the time you get to the very last one,
50 cents.
it's like, all right, whatever money you have in your pocket, I'll take it and give you how many you want.
We'll give you 2.
And then like for the people that sell the t-shirts, like before the event, it's always like $20,
Yeah.
like 30, 40, and then you get out and it's like $10.
Yeah.
$5.
Yeah.
Oh, I haggle with them so hard. I'll be
I
like,
do too.
I'll do it in Spanish. Like, no, come on, man. You're doing it for $5. All right, just give it to me.
Like that guy said $15. You're telling me me
I
40.
know.
Like, I'm gonna go back to
Nah.
that guy.
Right.
No. Wait.
I know.
15.
I like
I'll give you
$5
2 for 30.
I know. You got change for 20? Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
I got the standings up right here, so I'm gonna start with the East because
Because they lame.
yeah.
Because they ain't going to go nowhere anyways.
I don't know, man. The Bucks they send in number 1. Raptors, Celtics, Heat, Pacers, 76ers, Nets, and Magic.
You said Raptors, Celtics?
Yeah, Raptors, Celtics. So
Damn.
Raptors,
The
yeah.
Heat are in playoffs.
Yeah,
Contention
Heat.
too?
Yeah.
Potentially.
That's kind of surprising.
That sounds like
I haven't
a
heard
first
anything
seed.
about them at all season.
They've
So
been real
LeBron's back?
quiet. They got Jimmy Butler over there, bro.
Yeah, oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
That's
right.
what happened. Yeah, they've been real quiet. They actually been like one of like the dark horse contenders for what I've been hearing because
Right.
they beat all the top teams like ahead of them as well. So they actually just beat the Bucks like recently, and they held.
Dang.
The Bucks been like they lost
Yeah.
to LA, they lost to
And
Miami.
here you go showing off. Like,
Yeah,
oh, we
but
beat
see,
the
they-
Bucks.
Okay, but like whatever.
They secured their playoff
the
spot
first
like
one.
2 weeks ago.
They
Yeah,
did.
they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they're just
Yeah.
chilling out,
Yeah,
right?
they're
I
just
guess
working
you're
on their
right.
fundamentals, making sure they're getting all the kinks out for when they
Yeah.
have to beat the Lakers.
Anybody could beat these Bucks.
My team secured a playoff spot too. That's all
for the
I'm
first time in
saying.
like 20 years.
First of all, it's more like
Oh, yeah.
eight.
Dang. Did you guys see the
know.
Dodgers beat the Padres today?
I didn't really pay attention to like
14-2.
Who doesn't beat the
That's the
Padres?
only reason I paid attention.
that's true.
The Diamondbacks. Dang. All right, go ahead. So what's the West
And
looking
then
like?
the West, number 1's the Lakers. Just like she said, they got they titles, or not their title. They got their.
We will soon. Don't trip.
She's
They
like,
got their
yep, we got
playoff
the
spot.
title.
They got their playoff spot, and then the Clippers, Nuggets, Jazz, Thunder, Rockets, Mavericks, Grizzlies. That's the 8 right there. And then you got the Pelicans and the Kings, the Trailblazers. They're trying to
They're
lay
trying to
around
storm
that
it, yeah.
8 seed right
How
now.
far out are the Pelicans?
Zion.
No,
3 games.
JJ Redick, that's who I know.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
3
My man
games,
JJ
bro.
Redick needs to keep his streak alive.
Yeah, man, yeah, that's crazy. They about to
His
fuck
streak
it up
alive.
for him.
Yeah, he's never missed the playoffs.
Damn.
He's
In
like
his
LeBron.
whole career, bro. His whole career.
How long has he played in the NBA?
Shit.
Like 7 or 8 years.
no, longer
Damn.
than
Really? I
that.
feel like he's been more.
Yeah, no, it's definitely longer.
That fool
than
should have
that.
been following LeBron the whole time.
Yeah, for real. For real.
Where did he play
Never
last
lost
season?
Philly.
76ers, yeah.
Oh, and they did make it, yeah.
And he was with the
damn.
Clippers.
Yeah, the Clippers for a while.
Pelicans out here like,
But
that's the
we,
lucky charm.
yeah.
Shit.
What we really need to be looking out for is what's his name? Patrick McCall.
Who's
Is this
that?
first
Oh
name
yeah, Patrick. Yeah.
The
He's
whole
what 3-0 in the finals.
The UNLV, man.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
really
he's
he's
UNLV.
from
Damn,
Damn,
bro.
that
The
sucks.
alum, yeah.
That's
out here
sad.
winning titles with multiple teams.
Yeah. 'Cause he won with the Golden State
He
twice.
won with the
Golden
Warriors
State.
twice,
And then he went over
to the
yeah.
Raptors.
Yeah. So where's he at now? Let's jump on his.
Yeah, yeah.
LA?
Let's look at that.
Actually,
He's
I
a
don't know
good
where
luck
he is.
charm.
Yeah,
Bro.
I remember that because
Yeah.
I remember when they had the ring ceremony, and then when the Raptors went over to Golden State, I think they gave him his ring.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
that's what
like,
happened.
damn, that's crazy. And then he won another one that year with the Raptors.
Yeah,
Damn, you know,
So dumb.
is that the last champ, the Raptors?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's last
Yeah.
year's.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did you
What'd you
guys?
say? Are they in the running this year still too?
The Raptors, yeah, the Raptors are number 2. Which came out as a surprise because
Yeah.
since Kawhi left to go play with
Right.
the Clippers,
Everybody thought they were about to be back on the bottom like they were
right,
before he got there.
including myself. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't think they were
Yeah.
gonna be back at the bottom, but I didn't think they would be number 2.
Number 2,
But
yeah.
Pascal Siakam, like that's who
Stepped up?
Yeah,
Stepped
he
up
picked
for
up
real.
things.
He was stepping up big during the playoffs last year,
Yeah.
but this year, like it's clearly it's his team. You know,
He like
Damn.
and he like made the All Star team
Yeah.
and like everybody like was like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah, no, dead ass. That's literally how
Damn.
everybody was looking at him. But yeah, like that's clearly his team because Kyle Lowry, he's in his like mid-30s now. So normally I already don't like
still
Kyle
on
Lowry.
there?
Yeah, bro, he's still there. They got rid of DeRozan, kept Lowry, but he's like around that time they start to decline.
Yeah.
Age and all that. So yeah, it's clearly his team. But they got like a great team around him over there. So
Damn.
What about
Yeah.
the Spurs? Where are they? Because I know they're on a playoff streak also. They haven't missed the playoffs in like 20 years or something.
yeah, man. So actually, the Spurs are in 12th place. They're
Yikes.
26 and 36.
Yeah,
Yeah, they just don't have a team around
They
that no
don't,
more.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like they got DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge over there still, but the rest of the team around them, they're young.
they're not.
Like I think Popovich just looked at it like after they lost Kawhi.
He's
and
like,
they're
nah.
Yeah, we just have to have to
Take
refocus.
it. We
on
want to take an
rebuilding.
L for a few
Yeah,
years.
take it over.
We're gonna do our best Lakers impression for the next 5 to 6 years.
That's how it be. It be like that sometimes.
Yeah, a lot of times if you're a Lakers fan.
Anyway, no. Did you guys see that they're limiting like access for media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corona.
I didn't want to go.
They could
Now
take
we
that
have an
pass
excuse.
back.
I know.
Why aren't you guys over? Man, they were limiting media access. They wouldn't let us
Man, we
in.
would have been there.
But I didn't want to get corona, so
I heard LeBron been touching a lot of hands.
That's gonna make things like one of the biggest things gonna be affected is Sports Center. Like,
Yeah.
what are y'all gonna show for highlights now? The game highlights.
They're gonna be
and that's it?
standing from outside the Staples Center every
know.
time something's
They're
going
just gonna like
on.
submit questions online and have like a
Right.
team representative read them like
No.
so and so from
Through,
this
like, an
outlet
intercom.
says.
Forget
real.
that, dude. They're gonna love it. They don't have to do media. Any
Yeah.
press conferences, nothing. The
Yeah.
players don't
So
even
what
have to
they
worry
do
about
now,
media.
all they do is throw up LeBron and Zion all on
Right.
ESPN. Now.
Yeah.
That's literally all it is.
Yeah.
They're gonna have that like you know how they do like the insider pieces where it's like that person stays like on the court afterwards talking to
Yeah.
about what they saw. They're gonna do more of that. Like, oh yeah, in today's game, we saw this and this and this and
Yeah.
But no immediate interviews after the game and stuff
Right.
like that. So hopefully there's no like good moments. Otherwise, we're not going to hear about. The
That's why I brought up the Looney Tunes, because remember in the Looney Tunes when there's a part, I don't know if you guys saw the Looney Tunes, but there's a part where like they say players are being affected, and then the Lakers players put on their face mask and they're
yeah.
like, "Oh, we're not going to take the
yeah.
court because we don't want to."
Yeah.
I'm like, that's exactly why I imagined when they said media members aren't allowed. The players are all coming out with masks, like, no, we ain't touching nobody.
They knew it was gonna happen.
That's crazy though that they literally. I mean, they're $1 million assets, man.
They were talking about they're playing games without fans. And I remember like I think it was like last week, and LeBron was like,
Oh, yeah,
they
LeBron
can
said,
do whatever
yeah.
they
I'm
want,
not
but I'm not
playing."
playing. He's like, I play for the fans. He's like, if there's no fans here,
Damn.
like, what am I here for?
Come on
Right.
now, you.
He's lying, but
Yeah,
I
of
mean,
course.
Nah, he's
lying.
going to take a rest day.
Right.
That's probably what would happen.
Low
too.
management.
Yep.
That's
said my
stupid
back
though.
hurt.
Why would you do that though?
I feel like that would be
People are
cool.
going
I feel like that'd be
bullshitting.
fun.
There is no
Like,
fans
yeah.
here. I'll be bullshit.
You wouldn't even need like the announcer system.
No, just
Yeah.
like
Just play music or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, the whole time be like a pickup game.
they put the
Yeah,
defense.
exactly.
That's literally what it's gonna be.
The Lakers on defense are like defense. It's just the intercom by itself. The one
The
kid.
fucking bench.
They have like the kiss cam and the dance cam going. Like,
just the
They
players.
just keep going in.
they're gonna look at each other like, no.
I know, for real. What do you do? That's right. You don't do any of that.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
You just
So
play.
that you get rid of the fans, you get rid of the announcer, you get rid of the vendor.
it's like, what is it? Baltimore when they did it. I'm like, did they do
Yeah.
the 7th inning stretch?
right,
Like, what do you? Why do you do this? Like, you wouldn't do any of that.
Right.
just to keep like consistency.
Like the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that would. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that'll ever
You
happen.
would still need like TV timeouts, but they would get extra ones of those just because like everybody's gonna be watching it and stuff.
What happened to the Kobe game? The one that was supposed to happen right after Kobe passed away. Is that
I
going to
think
be
it was
rescheduled?
postponed.
They already rescheduled it, and it was actually.
I think it's April 13th.
I think it was
or something. I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
when
I don't
the
know.
game
I mean,
is.
They
I
did
don't know.
reschedule it already.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what
yeah.
sucks is they scheduled it in between other games that they have.
So like
So
back to
now-
back to back.
So now they have like 3-4 games in a row, have one day off, have another 3-4 games in a row.
That's what's up.
That's
and so
what
they,
you get.
they play,
Shit.
yeah.
That's
they,
what's up.
They fucked them over.
Do you know?
bad.
No, they didn't fuck them over. They fucked themselves over.
Yeah.
Why are you out here
Well,
canceling
okay.
games? This is gonna
Okay,
happen.
Well, like the NBA, like I'm talking about like the organization as a whole.
Yeah.
Like
They're like-
you guys could have
I know. I guess.
scheduled those games towards the end of the season, schedule them in a different part to where they wouldn't have 4 games in a row.
I mean,
But
But
realistically,
either way, they still gonna have like a week to 2 weeks before
Playoffs.
the playoffs start anyway.
That's what I'm saying. They
now
could have
this
scheduled
game
it
isn't
during
gonna
that
mean
time.
anything.
Yeah.
Like at one point, it may have been like the difference between. Like
yeah,
first
that
and
would have
second place or
sucked if
something.
it like you're still fighting for a playoff
Yeah,
spot.
so now
Yeah.
realistically, it
That
doesn't
would
matter. When they
suck.
get around to playing it, LeBron's not playing.
I was
AD's
just gonna
not
say
playing.
half the team's probably gonna be sitters. It'll
Yeah,
be the
they're
start,
not-
like
they're
the
not-
bench
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, it's gonna be playing. Then you have everybody mad again. Like
Yeah,
It's gonna be like,
Yeah.
oh, soreness.
yeah. Everybody's gonna be hurting,
my
man.
back hurts, my legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is smart. I mean, shit. If you don't have to play,
I'm not feeling well today, coach. I
Yeah.
got the
corona,
illness.
I got the
Too
corona.
much coronas last
That
night.
media player, that media member. That's messed
Yeah.
up, man.
I don't know if y'all also saw Steph Curry made his
He's
return back.
Yeah.
I don't think they're playing him like too seriously, you know, because I
Yeah,
think
they're
like
not
the
even
last
close
I,
to making playoffs.
yeah, I think the
Yeah.
last I saw he only played like 26 minutes his last game, so I think they're just like throwing him back in there like they get
just to
his,
get that work and
Yeah.
the game flow back.
Is
Yeah.
Steph getting to that age where he's gonna retire soon or no?
Nah, I think
No?
he just turned like 30, 31. I
Oh,
think he's in
damn.
his early 30s still. Yeah, it just like he's older than what it seems.
Right.
He's
because
had like a lot of knee and ankle injuries. the last
Yeah,
couple
like when he
years.
came out, because like when he was playing in college, he was real skinny. He didn't put on all the weight that he has now until like after all the knee and ankle surgery.
His jersey in college was fitting like Tim Duncan and LeBron. When, in like 2003 when they
now
had
he's nice and squeezed into it.
Now Nike took over with those fitted jerseys.
I was gonna say they make them a little smaller now too.
It was a one size fits all jersey back in the day. Now it's like, what size do you need? Oh, okay, we'll tailor that to you. Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, good for Steph Curry though.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
nice to see him back.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody says that because they're not even near the playoffs. That's why.
Right.
Exactly.
They ain't got the team though either. I mean, they ain't got KD.
Even if
so
they had like Clay, even if Clay was back.
Yeah, the team
tough.
around him.
Oh, Clay's out. That's right.
Yeah, Clay took the whole year off because of his leg. That he had.
Damn.
They would have been able to make a close push. Like, they would have had to play harder, but now it's just do your thing, guys.
Yeah.
They're like, damn, we won our championships. Now let's rest for a while.
Yeah.
Did you see Shaq when he was talking about Draymond Green averaging triple singles?
Nah.
He was talking whatever their show is with the four of them up there, the NBA, whatever. They showed highlights from it one day because he's been out here playing by himself basically.
Yeah.
And so he was talking about something about Draymond Green hitting his usual triple single, and they was all just clowning him like, bro, like why you gotta do him like that? Like that's so messed up. But I thought it was funny.
They're doing him like that because he talked about shit though.
Yeah, I was about to say,
now that he had his words,
back and forth.
Now that he had his words, yeah, him and Charles Barkley, they've been going back and forth. All
Draymond just likes the smoke from everybody.
He does. He's like Patrick Beverly. Like those are like the two most.
I fucking hate that guy.
So real quick, there was an interview. Well, okay, so during that game where the Clippers and the Lakers played, right? He was like LeBron was basically like bullying his ass. Like in a comparison, that's like Mike Tyson, me in the ring. Like that's like the size difference.
So you gonna kick Mike Tyson's ass?
No, that's the thing. Like LeBron was beating the fuck out of Patrick Beverly, right? So they had an interview with them. So they were like, how do you like try to prepare yourself to guard somebody like LeBron? He was like, it's not hard. And then like somebody like asked him the same question. He was like, "It's not hard." Like next question, and everybody like on social media is like, "Bro, why are you lying? This is LeBron James, bro. Like, give the man his credit, bro."
No, what he meant was it's not hard to prepare for that because no matter what you do, you're not gonna
You just don't prepare.
That's what he meant. The preparation is not hard because you don't. No matter what you do,
because you can't do shit.
Exactly. So you might as well not even try to prepare.
For
Just
real.
know that you're gonna get ran through, ran over. Like you're not gonna do anything.
Yeah,
to affect
that's
this
literally
man.
what
He
happened.
probably just bothered, like, quit asking me.
Yeah, he knew he got his ass beat.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably be the same way, but I mean, like, it's LeBron, bro. Like,
At least, like, but I see what you're saying because a lot of people were like, "Bro, just say you could have said like,
It was tough. You really can't.
LeBron's a really great player." Da,
Yeah.
da, 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 da,
But that's what they were looking for, though. They
Yeah,
were
they
looking for
wanted
some like
that.
little cop out
Yeah.
answer.
That's
and
true.
then they knew they were. If anybody was gonna give him that, it was gonna be him for sure.
That's true.
So-
he's just a
annoying.
fucking
But
punk.
I saw all the videos and stuff too. Where,
No, dead ass.
yeah, like the videos that were like floating around on Twitter was him like trying to bully LeBron. And LeBron just like walking by him like this, just
Yeah,
not
like,
even looking at him in the face, like just
LeBron's
trying
not
to go
even
back.
phased.
And,
He's
It's
not.
like, bro, you're nobody. Get out of my face.
That's literally how I feel.
Yeah.
I have to feel like he's like the most overrated defensive player in the NBA. Because like if you
Dang.
actually like watch him play, he's low key fouling like everybody that he plays with. Like he fouls the hell out of James Harden, but nobody calls it because James Harden already gets like a whole bunch of foul calls. Anyway.
Right.
But like when you really like sit there and dissect it, like he's really not that good of a defender.
Yeah.
Like,
Speaking of James Harden and the Rockets, I seen a thing the other day where their center's 6'5",
yeah,
and
bro.
the average NBA center is
yeah.
at 7 foot plus.
Yeah, so they really went into like the small ball era, like real tough. So they traded away their last center that they had for, I forgot who they traded back, but yeah, like the tallest person is 6'7". No, I think he's like 6'7", 6'8", and that's their power forward. But their center that they have is 6'5". That's PJ Tucker.
Yeah, so I saw someone made a compilation video of them, like all their jump balls to start the game.
Oh yeah,
Hey, James
This is
Harden
I was just
finally
gonna say,
won a jump ball.
yeah. James
It was
Harden
like
was
remember that the Aces game, whoever it was, I think it was at Sydney.
Yeah.
that was going up against their center, and it was like not even.
It's like, why do you even try? She didn't even jump. She just went.
probably-
Yeah,
She's like,
essentially.
no,
Yeah, that's,
okay.
that's how the Rockets look to start every single game.
Every game,
You
yeah.
got their center up here, and the Rocket center's right here. You're like, come on.
So we're
guys,
giving
this
up the
is-
ball.
Yeah, you might as well, let's
Or
just
you
not do the jump
steal it
off.
after
and
they get the ball.
let's just
Yeah.
you take it out from your side of the court. Like, let's
We're gonna defer.
Yeah.
instead.
like nope, we're defending this way. We get ball second half. Like, NFL rules.
It was working for him for a little bit, but now like I think teams are getting used to it, and now they're on the slide because they were the 4th seed, and then they slipped down to the 6th seed now.
Damn.
So I don't know. I didn't.
But
think
like,
that was
props
smart.
to them for trying to they're trying to work with what they have or make
Yeah.
the moves
Yeah.
necessary
Right.
to succeed. So they're trying to figure it out. They're not like copping out.
Yeah.
and
Well,
just
I mean, it's
tanking.
just like you said, due to trades, or was it like injuries or like a combination of both?
I think it was a
That's just how
combination
things
of
worked out.
both.
Damn.
And then like I don't even know. Like I think they just like really tried to focus in on that because I feel like they look at it and they're like, okay, like who do we got on defense that's like a real like defender?
Yeah.
They look and they're like, okay, we maybe got like 2-3 people.
Because
like-
James Harden ain't playing no defense.
James Harden low-key be playing D. James Harden, y'all gotta
He
stop playing
plays
James Harden.
Sloppy D.
He averages a block and a steal a game.
I mean, that's
Hey,
not
bro. I
good,
can
do
is
that.
it? Like,
Look at, but people always go on that route that he don't play no defense. That's
well,
like,
that's the thing. When you're known for not playing defense, like a steal a game is like, oh, that's such a huge thing. But like,
I
that's
guess.
true.
and
Yeah.
he only gets the steals because people like walk up to him like they know I'm not gonna play defense. All of a sudden he
Yeah,
reaches out and
that's
takes
Right,
it.
you're not
and-
paying attention. Swoop.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it makes the
I
highlights
guess,
on
I
fucking
guess.
ESPN.
Yeah, like, oh, James Harden get a
I
steal,
guess.
and you see it's because
Out here playing hard defense.
But like, why don't they have like Westbrook out here playing center? Like he can jump out the gym. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they put him on ESPN because we won a tip off.
that's what I'm saying.
I think they don't have Westbrook doing that because like he's not the same player that he was. Like he has like a lot of knee injuries over the years. Like he got his knee cleaned
Yeah,
up.
his
a couple
luck. He's gonna
times.
jump the one time and land
And
on
then-
dude's head and roll his ankle. And
There was a
They're in the
video
playoffs.
of James Harden, like Russell Westbrook went up for a dunk. James like caught him, like
Oh my
low-key,
God.
like helped him down to make sure his knees didn't get
hey,
hurt.
team player, bro.
Right.
You gotta be a team player. That's all.
Basically, but yeah, man. But yeah, that's it. I was wanted to ask y'all like who y'all think is like realistically. Who y'all think is gonna win the championship?
Let's get the
Why
fan
do you
base
look
out
at
here.
me and look at me and say realistically?
Because like let's not because of course I'm gonna tell you the Celtics are gonna win, but let's be
Exactly.
realistic though. Like who do you
All right,
realistically
well,
see?
why don't we do like Final Four?
Clap once if it's the Lakers.
No claps.
Shut up.
No claps. All right.
Bucks, Lakers for sure.
Yeah, Bucks Lakers.
Probably throw Celtics in there too.
I think there's gonna be like one of them random teams.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And I feel like the
Like
last.
some-
Because I feel like the East can just go up and down that way.
Yeah, it's
That's
always
true.
I think I like to say maybe like the top.
I want Miami to win it all.
That'd be cool.
Without LeBron.
Yeah, that would be dope.
That'd be
That'd
cool.
be weird.
Why would that be weird?
One time for Wade.
Because that would be the random team to make it.
Yeah, but that's
I
my
guess.
random team. That's what I would like.
I guess.
I don't know.
As long as the 76ers not making it in, I'm good.
don't
and
think
I don't,
they're
and they
making it
not. They not.
They're not.
I like to say the Bucks.
Can the
Celtics.
Clippers go far?
Yeah, they can.
They could.
The Clippers got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard,
They're
yeah.
And
both
those are-
healthy right now. I see
Yeah.
them talking
Yeah.
about that for the Laker game is like the
Everybody
last time they
was
played,
healthy.
like there was some injuries, so it wasn't like a true. And this game was like both stars on both teams.
Yeah.
Everybody was
Right.
healthy.
Yep.
Everybody
to
was
go.
ready
And it was
to
like
go.
one of the
Yeah,
best.
so the Lakers
Clippers
still
game
took
in a
it.
while.
Yeah, the Lakers still took
That's
it. Yeah.
right.
What was the score like on that one? Was it
It was
close? or
close.
Yeah, it
It
was
was
pretty close.
close.
I think they only lost
I
by
feel
like
like-
1 or 2 points.
But the Clippers,
No,
I don't think the
it was like
Clippers.
by like 7 or 9.
Well, they didn't reach 100 points. The Clippers didn't.
How
I know
long
that.
was that game? That game was recent.
It was like 2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah,
we
it
were
was,
saying
it
here.
was
I got it,
112,
yeah.
103.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
they
they
won by
did?
9.
Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was still a close game though, and to be honest with you, I'd love to see that. Like as a Western Conference,
That'd be wild.
That would
I'd
be
love to
dope.
see
That'd
that.
be so crazy.
Like, I think the craziest thing about that though would
Is
be
the fact
like,
that the Clippers are actually
turnaround.
good?
That's-
I mean that too. Like the turnaround time. So you got it's like Lakers and Celtics. You got the Lakers playing at home, then they have the break when they go over there, and then they switch everything out. They have time to switch everything back to do.
It's like
everything.
you're not
But if you do
leaving.
this, there's no break for like the.
I mean, there'll still be a
arena staff.
break.
yeah, that's true.
You still get the
Yeah,
3
like,
days off, but you're staying in
get-
LA.
You don't get the travel day. Like
No.
they're like, nope,
Yeah.
guys, we got to speed this up. Let's go.
I know that'll be quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that series would go by so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I'd be
saying.
like a
That would
week
be dope.
series.
Right.
The,
That'd be crazy.
The employees
That'd
would
be
be like, "Fuck, we gotta switch. Just leave the board."
Yeah,
Like,
right.
They're not
play
going to
them-
know.
Put some of both teams
I know.
out, so it's like you
Oh,
can
that
the
would be
Lakers
dope.
get the
They'll
floor,
have
but
to
then the
redo the
Clippers get
floor.
like the edges, like
Just do
the
half and
borders.
half.
I know half
Yeah.
and half.
Football's like Super Bowl style. Yeah, like
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
That would be
yeah,
dope.
that would be smart.
Half a Laker logo, half
you
a
get the
Clipper logo in the middle.
The Lakers championship banners and the Clippers Taylor Swift banners.
It's like so we put up both your banners, but it's not our fault. You guys don't have any.
Like it still looks like a Lakers home game in here, but like, hey, win some championships.
It's
Now
always
get your
the
own
Lakers
banners.
home.
We'll get you one when you win it. So
Exactly. Yeah.
Do they take
Awesome.
them down?
No, they don't.
No, they just
stay
cover
out.
them.
Okay.
Yeah. They put
Okay.
up like
They try to cover
the
them.
things in front of them, like to cover it or whatever.
Got you. Like the little
Yeah.
black tart
Yep.
joint.
Damn.
Got you.
that's
But
crazy.
the Clippers don't have anything. So.
Yeah.
Do you think the Clippers
You
and
hear
Lakers
that,
will ever
Ruben?
leave? Oh yeah, Ruben's a Laker fan.
He's a
Oh.
Clipper fan. Yeah,
That's
the
what's
first
up. Shout out
NBA
Ruben.
game We took him too. My family and I.
Dang, he was
a Clipper fan back when they had Blake Griffin, and it was just Blake Griffin before Chris Paul.
Before Lob City.
Yeah.
Respect.
They won.
When he was like fresh out of Oklahoma.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Damn.
So that's why
he was out here
why-
jumping over cars and jumping over
Unfortunately, that's
Jumping
why
over
he's a
cars,
Clipper
yeah.
fan.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Y'all good?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. You got GBW?
Yeah, of course. I was.
And as always, very prepared and always on time, Mr. Dylan Horner with Good, Bad, and the Weird. Good news, bad news, and weird news coming out of sports.
So my G for the week is UNLV women's track just won the Mountain West Indoor Championship.
Hey.
And they also had 11 individuals and their 4x400 relay team.
Oh, Jesus.
All nominated to the all-conference team for the Mountain West. So that's pretty
That's
cool.
what's
Shout
up.
out to them.
Real
That shit's
quick,
not
real
easy.
quick, their cross country team is real nice too. They had a runner make it to I think she got second place or third place in the national competition.
Damn.
Yeah, UNLV, like their major sports are never that good, but like they're like
The other sports,
off-brand sport. Like
Yeah.
their golf was amazing
Golf
for one
is
time.
good,
Tennis
yeah.
won like 3 championships
No
in a
shit.
row.
We got to give them props. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I never know about these things until after they already happened.
Yeah.
You're like,
Right.
oh, cool.
because you
Shout
don't
out
really
to
pay
them.
attention.
You're like,
Exactly,
what?
yeah.
You watch a golf match? What do you?
I mean, they do it for like Tiger Woods and them. They just stand around the course.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you go watch it for UNLV.
Yeah. I don't know where they play at like local courses here.
I want to be that guy. Yeah! Woo!
Let's go.
Like on Happy Gilmore.
Exactly. Yeah, with signs and everything.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, that'd be dope. My bad for the week is the Rockets have missed more threes than the Spurs and the Pacers have even attempted.
God damn.
Jesus.
Yeah. I think that the Rockets were at like 17, like 50 something, and
What's
the Spurs were at like 17, like 13.
Damn, dude.
What's that quote? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
And
That's
most
true.
of the shots that you do take if you're the Rockets. And then the my weird for the week is so UFC 248 just happened, and the red corner went 11-0.
Shit.
Nice.
which was
Hey,
a
actually,
weird thing.
did Stylebender win?
Yeah, he won not very exciting fight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I saw like a clip and I was like, bro, what the fuck are these?
Yeah,
doing?
so basically what happened was both guys didn't want to rush in and get knocked out. So the first round, I think there was 7 punches thrown total
That's
between the
crazy.
two of them.
Is that the one we were watching?
Yeah, that's the one that we were watching at Buffalo Wild Star.
Buffalo Wild Star.
Yeah, it
Highly
was-
recommended it in San Diego. Not Buffalo Wild Wings, but Buffalo Wild
Buffalo
Star,
Wild
right across
Star.
the street
Yeah,
from
that's
Buffalo
funny.
Wild Wings.
But yeah, it was
It's $3 cheaper though. Gotta give it that.
It was a
And
terrible
bomb.
fight.
I saw a meme or it was a clip of them just standing around basically.
Did they get
And it was
booed?
like
Yeah.
it was
Hell yeah.
when you and your friend are trying to figure out the controls.
Oh, yeah. That's what I
Yeah,
saw.
used
too.
to-
That's what
Yeah.
happened. Yeah, they were not excited. The fifth round got a little bit exciting because Yoel Romero realized that he probably should engage a little bit.
Yeah.
So there was a couple flying kicks and jumps and all that kind
That's
of
so
stuff.
annoying.
But yeah, the star of the show was definitely the Joanna and Jacek fight versus
I heard.
Zhang Weili.
Did she come back?
No,
Joanna?
it ended up being a split decision for Weili. She won,
Wow.
defended her title. She
Destroy.
lost. I think she lost the first and the third round.
But after
But
that,
The rounds that she won were clearly her rounds. Like
Yeah.
she was throwing.
Really?
clearly,
Bro, her face.
Was so jacked up. She had a huge hematoma on her.
Dude,
on her
we were
face.
watching-
Seen that,
looked
bro.
like an
I didn't know that
alien.
was her.
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah,
we were
you couldn't
watching
tell.
that punch when she would punch. It
Oh,
would be like
it squished it.
it
Oh,
was like,
so
it was like
gross,
a pimple, and you grab
bro.
pimple and it squeezes.
Yeah.
it was, yeah, it was like
Watch
way
that.
more
slow
like
motion. It was so
dude.
bad.
Wait, so
So
who
cool.
won?
Weili Zhang won.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
so she kept her
crazy.
title.
That's
She
crazy.
kept her
Yeah.
title. And
That's
like she had a crazy route to get here because like she's from China.
Right.
So like once all the coronavirus stuff started popping up, like she dipped out. Like she got her clearance, left out of the country. Just so this
Yeah,
fight
I
wouldn't
got a
be,
fight
like,
to go to.
Yeah, so like it wouldn't be like in jeopardy or anything like that.
Yeah.
Left, and I think she went to like Amsterdam or something to start training. And then from there went somewhere else for like a few weeks, start training, and then came here like probably maybe 3 weeks earlier than she normally would have to like finish up her fight camp here, so like nothing would be put in jeopardy.
Damn,
or whatever.
Right.
That's smart.
So
Smart.
most
That is
fighters
smart.
that they get to be home for an away fight, for 90% of their fight camp, but she was gone for maybe about half of it.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so still came
That's
out
crazy.
and like
I didn't know that
kicked
was
ass
her.
and
Like, I don't know if
Yeah.
y'all I know like y'all have seen it, but Joanna, her punches are something crazy,
Yeah.
bro. So like, just like
both
seeing-
of them are super quick, super
Yeah.
powerful for like as
Powerful.
small as they are.
Yeah,
The last round, I couldn't believe how fast they still were in the last
Yeah.
round. I was like,
Yeah,
God
after 5 rounds of literally throwing for 5 minutes, they were still like explosive and quick. And
Yeah.
they missed more, but it was still fast.
yeah,
Yeah.
they were still kicking ass in there. And it was,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
And we were watching like the highlights and the replays, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, they were. Yeah,
shit.
that was easily the fight of the night
That's crazy.
for sure.
That's crazy.
What's weird?
that was
Oh,
the
that was the weird.
Oh.
We just got off topic.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, the weird was that the red corner won 11 fights.
That's weird.
And the blue corner won 0.
Gucci. All right. Shout outs. Shout out to Kat.
Yeah, shout out, babe. You know, she's in my financial advisor, aka producer,
AKA
for us.
producer, writer.
Right, all that. You know, since the intern went back to school, she's been writing everything that we do. So
I know
shout out
for
to her.
sure. Shout out to the intern.
I do want to say shout out to myself because I actually didn't think I was gonna do 6 years in the army. You know,
Hey.
I actually finished that shit out, man. So
Good job.
you know,
Congratulations.
I'm proud of myself. I
To
didn't
all those
quit.
that said you couldn't finish anything.
Right, you know, look at me now. You know. But yeah, other than that, you know, shout out to you guys. You know, I missed y'all last week. Sorry I wasn't here. You know,
Oh, that's all
but
good.
We missed
Yeah.
you.
I know. It felt empty in here.
It was
I'm
weird,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. I was like, how do you work this board?
We all shared this one mic. And
Yeah. Like, my turn.
Usually does this.
I
man,
know.
but-
How does he make the mics work?
Shout out to everybody who had birthdays. I know Tati had a birthday.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Tati.
I feel like everybody had birthdays this past
Yeah.
weekend. So shout out to everybody that had
Baby
birthdays.
chicken nugget. That's the only one that matters.
Baby, aw. No, Tati's matters too.
Yeah.
Never mind. Tati's matters.
Yeah, shout out to all the friends and family that came through. Shout out to you guys.
Thank you. Thank you for the shout out.
Thank you for
You're
that.
welcome. I know you were, you know,
Expecting
expecting it.
Yes.
But it's finally
Okay,
here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, as always, shout out to everybody who listens, likes, retweets. So shout out to the Lights for sharing all our videos.
Definitely.
We had a couple followers off of that. Shout
That's
out to
what's up.
Marco's parents for dealing with us for the weekend.
I know.
Putting us up in their Airbnb. And,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yo, okay, so Marco's mom made some bomb ass tacos at like what 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Bro, started the day off a good note.
Yeah, she made
Army
birria
always
with
doing
consomme.
It was so good.
Birria.
With-
It
Yeah.
was so good.
We were gonna go eat barbacoa at some ranch somewhere. My mom was like, "No, I'll make it. She just made it at home.
I miss my
so
grandma.
shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out to my mom. Thank you, mom. Gracias, ma. Gracias, pa, for having us over. We just literally crashed, and then we went out, and then we came back and crashed, and there was food every time.
Every time we came back, or every time we
Every
got
time
out,
there was food. Yeah. So shout out. They got pizzas afterwards. So.
That's
Yeah. Shout out to my mom. Thank you. Muchas gracias, familia Favela, por escuchar. And thank you guys for listening. Shout out to my wife. Shout out to my daughter. Thank you guys to the Lights again. Thank you to the Loyals for being, more than willing to allow us to go anywhere. We literally went every single part of that stadium. And follow us again at all social medias as @DefSportsTalk. Thank you guys for listening. Peace.
Peace.